Howdy y'all, welcome back to our series on affordably restoring this cheap Massey Ferguson F4 we found. Today we're going to be swapping out the starter, because if you guys remember from last video when I was doing the fuel test for leakage, we couldn't get the thing to start up. So I diagnosed either going to be our switch or our actual starter itself. So I went on Amazon and cheaply ordered a white box, no name Chinese starter that says it should fit this hole. We'll see if that's true or not. All we're going to need for this program is just 3 wrenches. A 5/8, there's a Pittsburgh cheapo wrench, and the other one is an 11/16 all switcher wrench. Then we're going to need this small nut here to get the battery cable off of it. And that would be all we're going to need for it. It's going to be quick and painless. First step is disconnect your battery. In my case, I removed the entire battery to charge it up because it's a cheap, no-name, refurbished battery. I don't trust it, but that's all I got for now. So it's sitting there charging up on my Amazon Chinese battery charging box over there, charge up to the garage. Alright, so our first step, like I said before, disconnect battery. Step 2, remove these nuts here. And I'm going to see you guys after I remove those nuts. It's pretty easy, just 2 wrenches. Alright, we got our bolts out. Now we're going to slide this thing out and remove these 2 cables and install the other new cheap Chinese white box carburetor. After we remove this little nut here. They all vary in size depending on which carburetor, or not carburetor, which starter is on your unit. This one's the stock one. The one replacing it should work. It's not the stock form, but it's similar enough. Alright, so you guys have to remove this bolt and slide this starter out of here. Alright, I removed that little nut and the cable to the battery. Mine was a 9/16, so y'all's could be any other size. Now I'm going to slide this baby out and slide the new one back in. Alright, see after the one slide this back in there. Alright, I got mine out. A little bit of a struggle because I had to loosen up this distributor bolt. That's a way to do it. If you have to do it, do it. But do not let this thing move even a nanometer because it'll throw off your timing. But mine's now off, so it should be simple enough to throw on the new white box Chinese starter, and that'll be that. So I'll see you guys when it's slid in this hole right here. Alright, now we're slid in the hole. That's easy enough. Then we have to put back on our cables and bolt back in the bottom bolt and retighten up the distributor. Which I'll do that on mine first just so I don't move it by accident. That would be a real annoyance. Get my timing gun out here and have to retime this thing. Because it's a real annoying challenge. Because I take a starter back out and look at the flywheel. Which I don't want to do it. So I'll see you guys after this is tightened back up and these bolts are back in with the cables. And it should be time to start this baby up. Alright, now we got one cable on. The starter's installed. It's on there pretty heavy. Now it's time to put the last battery cable back on up here. And then put the battery in and see if it wants to run for us. Alright, now we're all hooked up. Let's see if she wants to do anything for us. Make sure you're out of gear for that first, but still in gear. But hey, we got power. Let's turn our fuel on and give her a crank up. Let's give her some choke action. Yeah, that was a start. That's our carburetor. Needs a little bit of adjusting, but it is running at least. Alright, see y'all next time.